channels would come on. So I always knew that God existed, right? Jesus would come and visit me. I always knew God was there. And so I can only explain that it was God and nothing else. Because left to my own devices, you know how many times I've asked God why? I've been angry with God for many years. I never asked to be born here. I didn't ask for this mother. I didn't ask for this father. I didn't ask for none of this. Why you allow this craziness to go on, God? Because I never asked for this. And I never wanted to be born. So that was my whole thing for a very long time.
Did your father know all this was going on?
My father, my biological father, who I love with all of my heart, he is dead now. My father went to Vietnam when my mother was pregnant with me. And while he was in Vietnam, my mother stayed with his family. She started having an affair with my father's brother, had a baby by my father's brother. My father's family hates my mother. And because of my mother, although it's my father's family, they hated me too. They always had something against me because I was her daughter. And she just reminded them of nothing good. And then by her leaving me there, you know, so my grandmother and whoever else, I always had to hear how I was so lucky to be living there. Nobody wanted me, not even my mother wanted me. So it was just a lot of craziness that went on. But my grandmother suffered with mental illness. She had 10 children, and then she raised 2 of her nephews when her sister died. And so my grandmother's house was full of dysfunction. When my father came back from Vietnam, he started using heroin, so he was a heroin addict. Even before, I want to say that probably before he went to Vietnam, because him and my mother used to use drugs together. But anyway, he was a heroin addict and an alcoholic. So he wasn't in any shape to know what was going on in that house. Not at all. And I've never faulted my father because I knew the hell I had to live in my grandmother's house. I could only imagine the hell he had to go through. And so, yeah, he couldn't do anything. My father couldn't even save himself,
And
let alone try to save me.
the uncle who raped you and sodomized,